My daughter changed her name once we moved back to Canada so she could have a more normal name, but what she decided to change it to was very close to my abusive mother-in-law's name, and I hate it. Posted by /ThatNameHurtsMe. I, 39F, was born in Canada but was taken to India weeks after I turned 18 and was married by my parents to my cousin who I barely knew. I was treated well by my husband, he was polite, paid for school there, took me on dates, and never forced me to do anything, and his love is why we reconnected when he came to Canada. But his mother hated me and was always yelling, calling me useless, demeaning me, and even vowing to get me divorced so my husband could marry my sister. When I got pregnant, I had to go. I couldn't subject my child to that witch. Our maid helped me return to Canada, and I named my daughter Zahira, fake name, after her. I have a good life, great job, amazing children, and am in a PhD program now, and it is because that maid took a big risk just to help me. My daughter became hateful to the name Zahira at about 10 and then pretended to have a more typical Canadian name or used a nickname. She stopped appreciating that she was named after the woman who helped us escape hell. When Zahira turned 18, she changed her name to Ruhani, again fake. I can live with a name change, but Ruhani is so close to my mother-in-law's name. It triggers me. I've told her and she doesn't care. My psychologist has helped me with this, but it hurts. I accept she is not Zahira anymore, but I cannot say Ruhani even if everyone does, so I use pet names like baby or sweetie. I thought she wouldn't notice, but she has. I'm pregnant and we learned it's a girl. My husband said we can name her Zahira and my daughter said do it so you can call me Ruhani. With all my stress I got angry and said she can't be replaced, and I still hate her new name. It started an argument between us, with my daughter calling me a selfish jerk for not accepting her new name. My husband understands as he knows I hate his mother, but my sons are on my daughter's side and said to post here saying people would agree I am the jerk. I do not like them using that word, but am I? Commenter: why exactly did your daughter hate the original name she was given? Did she get bullied a lot for having a weird name? Because you don't really explain why she hated the name, and frankly haven't made any indication to understand why she did. I still do not entirely understand myself beyond her just saying that she hates the name and refuses to go by it. Yes, there was a bullying issue at one point, but my daughter was always very open about it and we always managed to get things resolved, and the bullies were more typical anti-Muslim bullies than just your name is weird. Commenter 2. I'm going to go against the grain here and likely get blasted because assumptions are about to be made. Your relationship with your daughter is not how you believe it to be. And your daughter's perception of you is not what you think it is. For your daughter to pick a name so similar to the woman who's hurt you so much is a statement. Maybe it doesn't have anything to do with you, but it's impossible to disconnect the name from the effect. She, as I'm inferring, wants to get back at you. I can't know why, only that there is something you're not seeing, or you're being willfully ignorant of seeing. The best advice any person can give you is to have a conversation with her and ask her why she wanted to change her name, and why she wanted to go with a name she knew would hurt you so much. Because from the way this post reads, you're making this about you. It needs to be about her. At the end of the day, you're projecting something that literally has nothing to do with her onto her, and are punishing her for it. It may be hurtful to you, but it is about her. Update 1. I tried talking to my daughter about her old name and why she hated it, but she gave wishy-washy reasons on it never suiting her. She got angry when I asked if it was cause of bullying. I asked if she cared about my maid's sacrifice and she said she didn't, and that what I went through in India did not seem bad. I asked if she cared how similar her name is to my Mill's name. She said she didn't, and it was my issue to get over, and didn't want to hear any more nicknames or to use therapy as an excuse. After that, I don't know, I kind of regressed mentally and started having nightmares of India. I guess I got overwhelmed by stress cause of that, being pregnant, and my PhD program. So I visited my brother Fayez, 22, in Brampton for a weekend. He lives in my property there and told me that he got a job in England. He left a few days ago and I have started the process of moving to Ontario. As my daughter goes to university here in BC, she is not going with us. I guess it just was that if being around my own daughter was hurting me so much to the point I was scared I'd miscarry, then I needed to be gone for both of our sakes. Making arrangements to continue working for my PhD was the most stressful thing that's done. Ever since I made the decision to move, I felt so much better and so free. I honestly can't wait to be gone from here. I will continue to pay for my daughter's school, living expenses, and her therapy, but maybe by living alone she'll understand what it was like for me when it was just us after I escaped. Just maybe she'll learn everything we have is cause of that maid. I know I was wrong to spoil her and always indulge her, but she's always been the light that got me home. Part of me feels as if I'm abandoning her over something as stupid as a name, But soon she will be the age I was when I had her, and every girl needs to grow up and learn empathy. I have tried to be a better mother than my own. I just hope that this is what is best for her. On the other hand, my husband and boys are so excited to move to Ontario, so I know we'll have a good time there. Comments by Op. Getting married to my cousin was not what I wanted in my life. Yes, I ultimately consented to it because I thought it would be best for me. I was wrong. But there are thousands of girls across South Asia who are given an impossible choice just like me. My parents were cousins too, it is just how it is in my culture. We were separated. When he came to Canada off of his own educational merit, I did not sponsor him, I let him see our daughter. From there, things slowly ended up happening between us again with certain conditions. He was never unkind to me in India and he loved me, but it took time for me to feel about him the same way. Update 2. So much has changed since then, and I really felt like posting today because in 2 weeks my daughter is going to get married. And it has had me reflecting a lot because when I was a teenager I was a girl who was raising her own siblings and being hurt so badly in so many different ways by my parents. I never wanted kids, I dreaded the idea of being pregnant, I never wanted to be married, and I had so many dreams that never came true. It's why I wanted my daughter to have everything that I never had and to be the opposite of my own mother. Since I posted, so many things have changed in my life. I've moved across the country, I've got a PhD now, I've got a job which 20 years ago it seemed like to me that I could never get. But most importantly to me is that somehow my husband managed to get into contact with my mate who saved my life. I know it meant putting up with his mother, but he did it and I got to visit her, I got to meet all her family and I got to tell her about my life, and it feels like I got to unburden everything to her. In so many ways it was like she was the older sister that I wish I'd had to protect me when I was a child, and I am so grateful to have her back. I still don't know why my daughter hated her name for so long and she still doesn't tell me and gets agitated whenever I ask. But she is using her name again, not the one she changed it to. Her fiancé is Indian just like us and she started using it again because he liked that name over the one she chose. It's a ridiculous reason, but it's fine. But she appreciates it now and she appreciates what it means to me because when she told her fiancé's mother, she started crying over how beautiful the story is. Apparently her mother-in-law was able to get through to her in a way that I was never able to. Her mother-in-law and I have become so close since we met as well. It's like she gets me. She's actually from India, but there's so many things about her and I that just click so well together. It is like I have another younger sister now. I know my daughter wants to be more like her than me, but I don't feel jealous like I think I'm supposed to. I feel happy that such a wonderful woman will be able to be there for her when she's married and guide her. As long as this woman is in my daughter's life, I know I will never have to worry for her. Looking back at that first post from 4 years ago, the person that I was is so different than who I am now. It's like back then I couldn't see things clearly. I was worried about my education, my pregnancy, my daughter, and thought it was selfish to be worried about myself. But I am so happy now. I wish I could go back to me and meet me and my husband when we first got married, when we were just these 18-year-olds who knew nothing, and tell them that one day we'll be this happy. I love my daughters, my sons and my sisters, and I love that I can finally live the life I want.